Oh, I know that sound. That's the sound you hear when things can't get worse. You take it to the Wayz verse. That was unrehearsed. Check it out, y'all. I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson, and I am here with Big Ed, my homie, and also, of course, you can't get into the Wayz verse without Wayz himself. So, yo, what's going on, fellas? What's happening? Happening. We are counting down to get to the greatest album of all times. So far, this competition has been trash, but we gonna still keep going. We gonna keep it going, and we are going to keep it going. Wayz, Big Ed, what's going on, fellas?
Not much. I'm just chilling.
I feel it. I feel it. I'm over here rocking it and enjoying this new system. So I got a little more capabilities for our shows here. So I'm looking forward to
If you
what we
would
can do.
learn it, if you would go ahead and learn it.
Look. I ran into some hiccups. All right. I only got the shit yesterday.
Man, I'm sitting here full as fuck though, man.
I'm just saying, full disclosure, man. We are running about 3 hours late because we've been waiting for Wayz to figure out his new computer.
Look, my mixer was working just fine earlier, and then all of a sudden it was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a break.
And while I was waiting, holding my shit, Big Ed been eating. So it's we bloated over here.
Damn.
But we're gonna get this party started, man. What y'all think? You think
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let me go ahead and get my
let's
drink
go
on the ready.
boom, let's go to cut to it.
Ooh, wee, that's nice.
Oh,
All right,
Yep.
I'm digging it. So before we even jump into this week's bracket and going over what it is, it's a good time to announce that last week's winner was that came down to "Legend" by Bob Marley and "Midnight Marauders" by a Tribe Called Quest. "Legend" by Bob Marley won. So "Legend" by a Legend will move on to face off against Prince with 1999, Run DMC, Raising Hell, Superfly, and Bob Marley's self-titled album, Bob Marley.
Boom. And the Supervised soundtrack, by the way, is by Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah,
So we want to make sure we notice that artist as well.
yeah, that's a good point. I almost forgot that part. Mm. So this week we are going to cover our second soundtracks bracket, but with a little bit of a twist. We got some uh, solo albums in there, and we got some group albums in there that we replaced because there is some soundtracks that just they had no business being on this bracket in the first place.
Yeah, like that the Wizard of Oz shit.
How lucky I would have put Moana up on that bitch.
Hey, y'all noticed Big Ed's face when I said that. He was really campaigning for the Wizard of Oz.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this bad boy rocking. Uh, Same way we've been doing it the last few weeks. If you got your pick, go ahead and put it in, and we'll just keep the flow going that way.
All right, that's cool.
First up, we have Juice up against Black Panther.
Juice.
I'm gonna go with Black Panther.
I'm gonna agree with OG and go with Juice.
Juice moves on.
You got to know the ledge, baby.
Next up, we have Here Come the Lords by Lords. Lords of
Of
the
the
Underground.
underground.
I fixed it. My brain. Look, I disconnected for a second, but I came back. Up against Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh, Get Rich or Die Trying. I love the Lords of the Underground album. That was one of my favorite albums. I used to wear that mug out back in the day. Um, but no, Get Rich or Die Trying is freaking
Yeah,
classic. That's a
I'm
tough
agreeing
album.
with the Get Rich or Die Trying as well.
I'm gonna go ahead and give my vote to Lords of the.
Get Rich or Die Trying is a tough out.
Oh yeah.
Amen. Man, amen, 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 amen. Wish death upon me.
All right, next up. Huh? Okay, whatever it's in. Toy Story up against Risky Business.
You got a friend in me.
Yeah.
Toy Story. Although Risky Business was a good soundtrack.
Shit, I don't know. I don't even know what's on it. So I'm gonna vote last.
All right. Um,
Phil Collins was on it.
well, Phil Collins is on almost every animated movie.
No, Phil
on
Collins
Risky?
Business.
Oh, I didn't know that. But I'm still gonna go with Toy Story because Woody, Buzz, got a friend in me. That shit was always dope.
Perfect. Now my vote don't count. So Toy Story.
By unanimous decision by default.
That was in the air tonight.
But wait, but hold up though. Didn't Risky Business had the scene where what song was he when he did the slide across the floor?
Jerry Lewis.
Yeah. That's on the side. That was a good song. All right, but anyway,
In the air tonight, I believe it was.
yeah, that's it. But so it don't matter though. But all right,
Next up, we have The Harder They Fall up against Menace to Society.
I'm gonna go with Menace to Society. Menace to Society.
very tough call. The Harder They Fall has a fantastic soundtrack. But you know me, I go by hits, and so I've got to go with Minister Society because even as good as that harder to fall soundtrack is, I don't know any major hits that came from it, but fire. That soundtrack that's fire. It would have beat both of those last two that we just went up against. If it would have went up against either Toy Story or Risky Business, Harder They Fall would have won by a landslide. But unfortunately, Menace was a great soundtrack.
Okay.
So I'm going with Menace.
And I'm going with Harder They Fall. That was the one I was already going to pick.
Absolute fire. Absolute fire. I have no qualms with that choice. That damn thing is fire. But the boom, ping, ping.
Straight up Menace.
Man. Now, next up, we got a nice little matchup. Interesting matchup. We have Tarzan, the animated movie, pretty much by Phil Collins, up against 8 Mile.
8 Mile.
Yeah, I'm going 8 Mile all day.
I'm going 8 Mile as well, but that Tarzan album is really highly underrated. I'm going to save these next two. Okay. Dead Presidents up against Lean on Me. I'm going to go Dead Presidents on this one.
I'm gonna go Lean on Me.
I'm gonna go Dead Presidents.
No,
East Side. No disrespect to Lean on Me. Good, great soundtrack.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going with the Dead Presidents.
Oh man, this one's a wash, and I don't like it. But
Uh-oh.
both of these albums definitely deserve to move on, in my opinion. We have The Lion King up against Under the Cherry Moon.
Tough call, but Under the Cherry Moon is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite Prince albums. Leave it alone movie soundtracks. So yeah, I'm Under the Cherry Moon. That's where you got Kiss and Mountains and shit. I mean, come on.
I so badly want to vote for Lion King, but Under the Cherry Moon's a better album.
All right, I'll give Lion King his props then, since you voted for Under the Cherry Moon.
Next up,
Moon's great album, man. That a lot of hits. Another Love, a Hole in the Head. That's a great album.
Next up, we have Boys in the Hood up against essentially another Prince album, Batman.
I love the Batman soundtrack. Man, the Bat Dance. But you know what? I like more than anything on that album is on the 12-inch version of Bat Dance. There is a B-side joint called Vicky Vale, and it is fire. And it's not on the album though, so I really can't count it, even though it's part of the project. And Boys in the Hood is ridiculous. So I'm going with the Boys in the Hood.
I'm gonna agree with you and go with Boys in the Hood.
Love both of those soundtracks though, man.
I am going to go with Batman myself.
I love them both, but Batman is a badass album. Um, Still I keep Vicky waiting. Great song, man. A lot of cool songs on that. Prince is a genius. Was a genius.
I'm digging these next four matchups here. First up, we have Life, Love, Pain by Club Nouveau
Nouveau. Yes, thank you.
up against The Bodyguard.
That's actually very tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
Club Nouveau, but I got 5 on it. Uh,
Then Bodyguard.
Bodyguard.
Man, that's some. What'd
what
you
you
say, bro?
Big Ed?
I'm gonna go with Bodyguard.
I think I'm gonna go with Bodyguard as well.
Yeah, I have
I
to. It has one of the most iconic songs of all time.
absolutely, and I do have something though that I wanted to add. Not sure, um, but Club Nouveau is a group that they made a song called Rumors,
Mhm.
and they had wrote the song, and he got his friend to sing it so that he could just get the melody down, and his friend went and released it as Timex Social Club. It stole it basically and released it. That's why it sounded when you listen to the song Room. Look at all these rumors surrounding me every day. Why the guy singing sounds so trash is because he's really not the singer. He's just the guy's friend and he wanted to get the melody down so that he could get a singer to do the song. And the song became this huge hit. And then the guy went off to college. But another cool fact about Club Nouveau is that the producer of Club Nouveau went on a nationwide search to put together a girls group. And he went on a nationwide search for female vocalists. And he landed 4 females and put together a group called In Vogue.
Mm, not bad job at all.
Not bad, right? Cool
Which of
little
these
fact
next
there.
ones I want to go with? Let's go Above the Rim up against Roots.
Roots is a very, very beautiful soundtrack. Awesome soundtrack. Got one of my favorite scratches that I used to use back in the day. What's that running across the road I see? Squirrel fiddler. Squirrel running across the road. So if you know me, you know why I used to love using it all the time. I used it a ton of times. Great soundtrack. Quincy Jones did the Roots soundtrack. Um, uh, but man, that pour out a little liquor, high till him die, above the rim is so fresh and new. I mean, I do believe that Roots is the better album, but I know Above the Rim is more in the taste of what we do. So I'm going with Above the Rim.
Okay. Well, I will say, for me personally, that I'm gonna go with what I think is the better album, and that is Roots.
I'm going with Above the Brim. That's the better album.
Yeah, I'm leaving that for last. All right. Next up,
Pour out a little liquor. That's an iconic song.
Yeah, it is. It got some hits on it.
Next up, two hell of really good albums. I kind of sad to see one of these go in the first round. Waiting to Exhale up against Moonwalker.
I'm going with Waiting to Exhale.
I'm also gonna go with Waiting Till Exhale.
Hmm. I want to vote Moonwalker primarily due to Smooth Criminal, and that being Ben's favorite song right now. Where I have to listen to that damn song at least twice a day in my car,
But
picking
didn't
him
Michael,
up and going to school.
but didn't Michael Jackson Bad make the field? So Smooth Criminal made it twice.
Essentially, yes, but it was also on Moonwalker. But I am going with Waiting to Exhale as
I
well.
was also the one with Leave Me Alone.
Yeah. All right.
It's also on another album.
Next up, we have Fear of a Black Planet by Public Enemy up against Purple Rain.
Man, I hate this. I
You
mean,
see
I
why I
can't
left this as last.
I can't lie. This is two albums that I love, but it's not close. It's Purple Rain by a landslide for me. But I love Fear of a Black Planet.
Sorry, Chuck.
Yeah, I'm with you guys there. I saw this matchup. I was like, oh, I'm saving this one last for these four matchups.
I
Yeah,
can ride with Prince Rogers Nelson.
Yeah,
yeah, guys, to do that. Prince Rogers Nelson moves on.
absolutely. Next up, another four interesting matchups. Oh, yeah, really interesting matchups. First up is Back on the Block by Quincy Jones up against Stillmatic.
Love Back on the Block has some iconic tunes on it. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go with Stillmatic.
I'm in agreement.
As am
I mean,
I.
what can I say? We're not Quincy Jones P1 listeners, even though we know a lot of the songs. We don't really know. And then Q's Juke Joint is another one that didn't make the field, which had some more iconic hits on it. Great songs, man. Secret Garden. I get it. I know my people that's older than me are probably mad right now. I get it. But unfortunately, we're not the Quincy Jones P1 listeners. And Quincy Jones is the greatest he's the greatest composer of all times, in my opinion. But he's so deep and so far out there, so good that when it comes to his albums, you really have to enjoy the entire project to get it. And song for song, there's only going to be, 3 or 4 major hits there. He makes better albums for other artists.
Yeah.
When he does his own album, he uses his concepts, and a lot of stuff within that concept takes, to me, it don't take away from the album. It adds to the album experience. But when I'm judging it against an album like this, I look at the hits. I'm sorry, and I'm gonna go with and that's why Quincy Jones is falling. And I'm sorry. I apologize because I fought to get Quincy Jones in here, and I'm voting against him. And Q's Juke Joint is another one that belongs, and he didn't even make the field, so I won't have to vote against that one. But this is twice I voted against Q, and I put both of these albums in, and I think with good reason. And that's all I'm gonna say.
I'm sorry, Q.
Yeah.
You the man. But you better
Q bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
You better get yourself a gun because you just got ethered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ether's on a way different album. Wait.
There is an old Quincy Jones song.
All three of those songs, all three of the things I just mentioned was in the song, Joe. It was on the album.
We know that. We get that, bro. We got it. You ain't got to explain your jokes. We got it. You got it.
Well, no, because Joe said Ether was on a whole different album.
I stopped myself. I was like, wait, no, I'm wrong.
So anyway, Quincy Jones made a song a long time ago, and I'd have to look it up to find the name of it. But when it comes on, it blew my mind when it came on because it came on like this. Boom, 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 boom. And it was Far Side. She keeps on passing me by. That is sampling a very old Quincy Jones song. So I just wanted to throw that out there, man. My friend sent me that one day and it blew my mind. I was like, whoa, that was cute. So, all right, my bad. I just had a Quincy Jones moment, man, because I'm feeling for my boy Q.
All right, so this next matchup, one of these albums I have to at least name one of the songs off of because I'm not sure if you guys have heard it, heard the album. But the matchup is The Eminem Show up against Free Willy. And on Free Willy is Michael Jackson with Will You Be
Yeah,
There?
and I'm going with Eminem.
I'm going with the Eminem Show.
Yeah, I'm still going with Free Willy. It's one of my favorite soundtracks.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but Michael Jackson got pissed off at Eminem. So he bought his whole back catalog.
Yeah, I saw that shit. Michael Jackson for everyone that tries to talk shit about how soft and sweet that man is, he was one of the most ruthless motherfuckers in the business.
It was after Eminem made the song where he made the joke about Mike.
I have learned that you don't get to be Michael Jackson in this business without having some balls.
Yeah. I'm saying.
You don't get to be there without having some heart, man.
He's one of the few people in music history that is in the middle of a concert while on stage fired one of his producers of the concert.
Mike was hardcore.
Man. Well, shit, what is he called? He calls fans, he used to call them fish. Because they'll be all over him. He's like, that's a big fish there. That's a good fish. But next up, we have Brooklyn up against the Black Album, Jay-Z.
Damn. Let me tell you something. The most underrated soundtrack of all time is Crooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
But the Black Album is the Black Album, even though he stole it from Prince, the title. Jay-Z did a lot of stealing. He did a lot of stealing. He stole the blueprint from KRS, the Black Album from Prince, a bunch of lines from Snoop, bunch of lines from Big.
Yeah.
But I'm still going with the Black Album.
As am I.
As am I. All right. Last matchup in this first round.
Good thing we ain't doing shots for unanimous votes now.
Oh, man. I'd be fucked. This next matchup, we have Sound of Music going up against Belly.
Belly.
I'm just going, you know what? Sound of Music. Sorry.
This is actually tougher for me than one would think because I did not like the Belly soundtrack. But I didn't like a lot of the Sound of Music soundtrack. I liked some of it, but not a lot of it. I wasn't a fan of the Belly soundtrack at all. I'm going to take this opportunity to send Belly walking.
Sound of Music moves on. All right. Well, with that said, that is the first round of our bracket here. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll dig right back in.
You listen to the Wayz verse. We'll be right back, y'all. Stay tuned. Yo, welcome back to the Wayz versus y'all. I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson, and you're here with Big Ed and Wayz. Make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe as well. We like to have you around for all of our shows that we do here at the What Up Though Show Radio Network, including the What Up Though Show itself. Wayz, where are we here?
And oh wait, I thought I just went through puberty again. We're going
Again,
right into the second round here.
you mean you've been through it before?
Sadly, yes. It was a rough time in my life. Next up, we got our second round.
All right.
Let's just get it kicking. We're gonna go 8 Mile up against Juice.
8 Mile.
Damn, I love that Juice soundtrack. But yeah, I gotta go with 8 Mile.
Hey, I'm
Gotta-
listening. What was that, bro?
You gotta pick the better album, so 8 Mile.
Yeah, 8 Mile definitely. Mom Spaghetti.
Yeah, you even if you win, sometimes you just lose yourself.
Yeah. Next up, we have
I
Menace-
tried. I tried. That was trash. That was corny. But I tried.
Look, you see how I just like, so next up.
You better.
I definitely tried. I was trying to think of one in my head real bad. It didn't happen for me.
All right, so next we have Menace to Society up against Dead Presidents.
Menace.
Menace. Toy Story up against Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
I'm still going Toy Story, but Boys in the Hood moves up.
Boysenberry.
Boysenberry. All right. Interesting. All right. Under the Cherry Moon up against Get Rich or Die Trying.
Ooh, tough. Two tough outs right here. These are two of the better albums in this competition for me. I don't want to go first.
I'm gonna go Under the Cherry Moon.
I'm gonna go Get Rich or Die Trying.
I knew he was gonna do that.
I'm a shit starter.
Oh man, both albums got tons of hits. I mean, this is 50 Cent's best album to me by far. It's not even close. Not Prince's best album in my opinion, but one of his better ones. Absolutely. A lot of great songs on this album. Kiss is on this album. Wiggy jiggy 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 jig. Yo, this is tough. I'm trying to in my head count the hits. And they both are loaded with hits, with bangers, man. Both albums are loaded. I think as a Prince fan, I like Under the Cherry Moon, but if I chose the one that deserves to move on, I probably would go either way. So
Trusty coin.
I'm against my better judgment right now and against my own self. I'm very tempted to do it. So I got Many Man. I got Go Shorty, It's Your Birthday. What's that? In the Club. I got Gangsta. What up, Gangsta?
21 Questions.
Nobody likes me. That's okay. Sound like y'all anyway. Yeah, 21 questions is another one.
Wasn't Wankster on that too?
No, Wankster was not on there.
One before that.
Wankster was actually on the 8 Mile soundtrack.
Yeah.
Um, Kiss, Let the Love Hold Your Head, Mountains.
I'm sorry. It's so fun to sit here and watch him struggle so hard.
Bro, this is the hardest shit. This is the hardest one I've ever had to pick between. These are two of my favorite albums. This is the hardest one. These are two tough outs. These two would win against virtually everything else.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with 50 cents.
All right, Get Rich or Die Trying moves on.
I hate myself for that. I really hate myself for that.
Next up, we have Above the Rim up against The Sound of Music.
Above the Rim.
Above the rim.
I will put my vote on Sound of Music even though it does not move on. Jay-Z's The Black Album up against Waiting to Exhale.
I'm going with Waiting to Exhale.
I'm gonna go with the Black Album.
I knew I should have just blurted something out.
Gotcha.
Damn, I just thought of another movie album that did not make the cut. Oh, Stella got her groove back. That should have been on the list somewhere, but it isn't.
I just thought of one, and Brown Sugar should have been on there.
Oh man. Oops. I'm gonna go with the Black Album. Ooh, next up, The Bodyguard up against The Eminem Show. I am going
Bodyguard. I'm going Bodyguard.
I'm going Eminem Show.
All right. Stillmatic or Purple Rain?
Hey, wait, whoa. Wayz just tried to skip over his vote.
Oh, I said but The Bodyguard as well.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't hear you say that.
I was trying to be first, but OG beat me to it. But yeah, Stillmatic or Purple Rain?
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. Ooh, we're into the quarters now. Let's go Boys in the Hood or Above the Rim?
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood. Jay-Z's The Black Album or Get Rich or Die Trying?
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Hold on. Wait. Didn't the Black Album just go up against Waiting to Exhale?
Yep.
Yeah, to the next round.
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking Bodyguard. What were they again, Joe?
The Black Album or Get Rich or Die Trying?
I'm gonna go Get Rich or Die Trying.
I'm still gonna go with the Black Album, though it does not move on. Menace to Society or The Bodyguard?
Menace.
I'm going The Bodyguard.
I'm gonna go with Menace.
Society moves on. Purple Rain or 8 Mile?
It's a tough call, but I'm gonna go with Purple Rain.
I'm gonna go with 8 Mile.
I'm gonna go Purple Rain.
I already knew that. Props.
All right. Menace to Society up against Get Rich or Die Trying.
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Menace to Society, so Big Ed has to pick the winner.
That's a shame that you had to do that to get Rich or Die Trying. Because I'm going up. I'm going with Menace Society.
Fuck, I should have waited. All right. Boys in the Hood or Purple Rain.
I'm going
Purple Rain.
I was gonna do the same thing. Purple Rain.
What did you say, Big Ed? That's
Purple.
why he calls him.
Purple Rain.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear you. So we got our finals. And our finals are going to come down to Purple Rain up against Menace to Society. We'll put our votes in.
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
All three of us choose Purple Rain. But it
I
will
think
come down to...
I think Get Rich or Die Trying would have been a tougher matchup.
Yeah.
It's a better album than Menace.
Uh,
Look, it's more hits. Menace is a great album, but it's more major hits on Get Rich or Die Trying.
Well, the final score will come down on this one to our Facebook poll. And I'm pretty sure we all know who's going to be the winner through that. But we're still going to do our thing, and we're going to give our viewers a chance to make the final decision on who moves through.
That's right. So come to Facebook, to the Facebook pages, one of the groups, or visit all of the groups, because they're all entertaining for different reasons. But you got the What Up Though Show group on Facebook. You also have the Smoke Session 612 group, and you have, of course, the Wayz Verse group on Facebook. And all groups will have a poll, the poll up there so that you can vote for one of these two songs to move on. And you might find, you never know where you're going to see it, because I share it all over the damn place. Because I want to get as much of a diverse audience to look at these polls as possible. So I share it in a lot of different places. And some people don't allow it. They'll kick me out, or they won't allow the post for whatever reason, because they assholes, they bitches. But anyway, you'll definitely be able to see it in our pages. That is the Wayz Verse page, the What Up Though Show page, and of course the Smoke Section 612 page. And like I said, join the pages. All three pages are very entertaining for very different reasons, in very different ways. So we just hope that you enjoyed the Wayz Verse, and catch us next time. How many more rounds? How many teams? How many
we have
albums are in the finals?
We have 2 more brackets to go through after this to determine the last two albums to enter the Elite Eight.
And then we're gonna have an Elite Eight.
And I'm gonna make the early announcement now. Once I'm out of Facebook jail in about 13 days, or I guess, in about 13 days.
2 weeks.
In about 2 weeks, I will be posting a poll up on all three of our groups to give our viewers an opportunity to determine what the next tournament will be.
Okay.
That's true. And before he does that, I will be posting a poll to determine what the better movie was, Gremlin or The Goonies.
Do it, man. We need a final answer.
Because that thing is asinine. That was a horrible movie. I went out of my way to watch this movie and that was a horrible movie. It wasn't even close. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? This is trash. But anyway, the generation they probably saw it when they were kids. And so as kids, they thought it was fun because it was kids in the movie.
I actually saw them at about the same time.
Yeah, it was trash, folks. Goonies were trash. Most people I say this to never even heard of that trash. I never heard of the trash, but I did watch it, and it was, I got why Big Ed voted for it because he's in it. Anyway,
Gremlins made the year before Goonies.
So anyway, that's it, man. We want to thank y'all for joining us here on the Wayz Verse, and we will catch you next time. Peace.